time I'm waiting you to answer the phone. Nothing seems to happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm making a dish that my dad taught me how to make. In fact, this was one of his favorite dishes, and it's a lamb curry with cabbage, and we're going to cook it quite spicy today, and I'm serving that with some roti. So let's start cooking. You guys, these are the veggies from my homegrown garden, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be using this today. This is the curry leaf and some coriander or dhania. Then I've got some coriander flowers, some habaneros, slim green chilies, tomatoes that the monkeys didn't find, and this is my red onion. And here I have some overgrown coriander, which I'm using in my kitchen vase with some speckthorn. So now I'm going to prep all the ingredients so we can start cooking. So I'm using a large non-stick pan today and my flame on high. I'm just going to wait for that to heat up while we prepare our other veggies. As you saw, I already sliced, I think that was about 300 grams of cabbage. I roughly chopped it. So my dad wouldn't be very proud of me because he always did a good job cutting them evenly. So yeah, I'm just going to slice one large onion and wait for the pan to heat up and just get all our veggies ready. Just all the prep. So I'm very proud of my garden and my veggies. I'm using one habanero. It's very spicy. So this is only for one person. So I am going to remove the seeds just to get that some of the heat off. And then I'm going to use one slim chili. And then thyme. And not forgetting the curry. So our pan's heated up. I'm just going to be adding about 75 ml of sunflower cooking oil. So this is optional. I'm adding some braising spice. That's about a tablespoon. But I'm also adding some jeera. Some bay leaves going in. And one cinnamon stick. Going to be using some elatchi pods just for flavor. And some clove. Just going to get a spoon ready. Just going to give this a stir and let all those flavors infuse. So the meat I'm using today is a very lean lamb. It's the leg of lamb, and it's got very little bone and very little fat. And if you know me, you know I'm a vegetarian and I don't really like handling meat. I'm an animal lover. So I love my gardening and veggies. still trying to convince my family to become vegetarians, but not much luck with that. But I'll keep trying. So I did slice the cabbage, you did see that, and I've rinsed it. I've cut the lamb and I've rinsed that and set that aside. So now we're ready to add our two different types of chili, our onion, thyme and curry leaf. And we're just going to mix this until lightly cooked. Be lightly brown and cooked. So our onions is cooking nicely and it's lightly brown. And while that was cooking, I've sliced 2 tomatoes. Just going to get some ginger and garlic ready. So I'm just adding, this is freshly ground ginger and garlic, and I've just added some coriander, and that's a teaspoon. Just going to give that a mix. Just going to let those flavors mix in. So now we're ready to add our dry spices. Just going to be going in some turmeric. I am going to add all the ingredients and the quantities in the description. And some ground cumin. And then we've got 2 different types of chili, and the habanero is really spicy, so I'm going in with 1.5 teaspoons of mild curry powder. I'm just going to give this a mix. So I'm just going to be adding our tomatoes. And give this a mix and let this cook for about 5 minutes or until those tomatoes are cooked nicely. Sometimes the tomatoes cook really quickly if they're soft, but these tomatoes are really firm because I've really been impatient to use them and get them out the garden. So I'm feeling very excited, very blessed to have grown my own veggies. So I think tomorrow we're going to be ready to cut some of those spinach. So I'm just going to add some moisture there and let that cook. Just some water going in. And let that cook for about 5 minutes. So the tomatoes are now cooked. Just going to be adding the meat and the cabbage, and that's about 600 grams of meat. Just adding them all in together, and that cabbage will wilt down. Just going to give this a mix. And I'm going to cover this with the lid and let this cook for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to come and check in, and it should take about 30 minutes to cook.
Nothing seems to happen, but the last stage is gone. I hope somewhere your voice promises less and us more, but still my pillows are the floor.
So this is 10 minutes later, and you can see the cabbage is wilting. Just giving this a mix. So this is going to cook for another 25 minutes to 20 minutes. So as you can see, our cabbage is wilted down quite a bit, and now we're going to add some fine salt, not too much. Just going to give this a mix. And this should take another 10 minutes to cook. So the curry is almost cooked. I'm just going to be adding the coriander. Just going to let it cook another 5 minutes, and then we're ready to serve. So our lemon cabbage is now cooked and ready to serve. There we have it, our lamb curry with cabbage and roti on the side. Guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe and hit the bell. Until our next video, take care, bye.